This is India on the move, constantly accelerating its pace of progress, growing and glowing to emerge as one of the largest economies on the globe, shaping the aspirations of 1 billion plus, rising and shining in pursuit of its vision of self-reliance. At the forefront of this growth momentum is NALCO, a Navaratna PSC under the Ministry of Mines, Government of India, meeting the critical infrastructure needs with the wonder metal, aluminium. Lightweight, infinite recyclability, conductivity, corrosion resistant, durability and flexibility makes aluminium the metal of future. One of the largest integrated bauxite aluminium power complex in Southeast Asia, NALCO is a hallmark of excellence for high purity primary aluminium. Incorporated in 1981, NALCO has been giving the much needed self-sufficiency to the country in this strategic metal. NALCO's leadership presence encompasses the entire value chain of aluminium making. NALCO holds the distinction of being one of the lowest cost producer of bauxite and alumina in the world. The Panchpatmali bauxite mine in Koraput district of Odisha, one of the most sophisticated and eco-friendly mining operations in the country. The mined out bauxite from Panchpatmali mines is transported to NALCO's alumina refinery at Damanjodi through a state-of-the-art, environment-friendly, 14.6 km long, single-flight, multi-curve cable belt conveyor. Alumina refinery at Damanjodi processes bauxite into high-quality alumina, the base for metal making, through energy-efficient atmospheric pressure digestion technology. The refinery delivers alumina via special tank wagons to the aluminium smelter at Angul, and the surplus alumina is exported overseas through Visakhapatnam port. NALCO's smelter plant features energy-efficient, state-of-the-art technology for smelting and pollution control. NALCO's portfolio of products includes calcined alumina, alumina hydrate, ingots, sow ingots, tea ingots, billets, wire rods, cast strips, alloy ingots and flat-rolled products. NALCO has also forayed into commercial production of new downstream products. To ensure steady supply of adequate quality power to smelter, NALCO has set up a high-efficiency 1200 megawatt captive power plant close to its aluminium smelter at Angul. NALCO's green energy portfolio encompasses wind power plants in Andhra Pradesh, Rajasthan, Maharashtra and rooftop solar power systems at plant sites, NRTC and corporate office. NALCO has dedicated mechanized storage and ship handling facilities on the inner harbour of Visakhapatnam port for export of alumina and aluminium. NALCO truly believes in the Atmanirbhar Bharat dream and is a valuable contributor in earning crucial foreign exchange for the country. It consistently features among the highest net foreign exchange earning CPSEs of India. NALCO has set up a state-of-the-art research and technology center at Bhubaneswar, equipped with the latest R&D facilities. NALCO's quest for excellence and best practices is acknowledged with prestigious international certifications and accreditations in the areas of quality, environment, occupational health, safety, social accountability, energy, and information security. As a responsible corporate citizen, NALCO upholds its commitment to serve communities with dedicated care and preserve the environment with the best sustainable practices. The company extends its care in thrust areas like education, especially for the tribal students and underprivileged girl child, and skill development. Doorstep healthcare facility in peripheral villages, sanitation, environment sustainability, protection of national heritage, disaster relief, and beyond. Treading on its path of growth, NALCO is implementing ambitious plans for brownfield and greenfield projects like the 5th Stream Alumina Refinery at Damanjodi, Utkal D and E coal blocks, and Potangi mines. Also on the anvil are some path-breaking joint ventures like caustic soda plant with Gujarat Alkalis and Chemical Limited, Khanij Videsh Nigam Limited with Hindustan Copper Limited and Mineral Exploration Corporation of India, Utkarsh Aluminium Dhatu Nigam Limited with Midhani, and Angul Aluminium Park with IDCOL, Government of Odisha. We are the future. NALCO has always lived up to its promises, exceeded expectations, and upheld its principles. NALCO believes in making the difference to the world, to India, to industry, to society, and to the people. The future is shining in aluminium, and NALCO is at the forefront of the Atmanirbhar Bharat dream. We are the future. This is India on the move, constantly accelerating its pace of progress, growing and glowing to emerge as one of the largest economies on the globe, shaping the aspirations of a billion plus, rising and shining in pursuit of its vision of self-reliance. At the forefront of this growth momentum is NALCO, a Navaratna PSC under the Ministry of Mines, Government of India, meeting the critical infrastructure needs with the wonder metal, aluminium. Lightweight, infinite recyclability, conductivity, corrosion resistant, durability and flexibility makes aluminium the metal of future. One of the largest integrated bauxite aluminium power complex in Southeast Asia, NALCO is a hallmark of excellence for high purity primary aluminium. Incorporated in 1981, NALCO has been giving the much needed self-sufficiency to the country in this strategic metal. NALCO's leadership presence encompasses the entire value chain of aluminium making. NALCO holds the distinction of being one of the lowest cost producer of bauxite and alumina in the world. The Panchpatmali bauxite mine in Koraput district of Odisha, one of the most sophisticated and eco-friendly mining operations in the country. The mined out bauxite from Panchpatmali mines is transported to NALCO's alumina refinery at Damanjodi through a state-of-the-art, environment-friendly, 14.6 km long, single-flight, multi-curve cable belt conveyor. Alumina refinery at Damanjodi processes bauxite into high-quality alumina, the base for metal making, through energy-efficient atmospheric pressure digestion technology. The refinery delivers alumina via special tank wagons to the aluminium smelter at Angul, and the surplus alumina is exported overseas through Visakhapatnam port. NALCO's smelter plant features energy-efficient, state-of-the-art technology for smelting and pollution control. NALCO's portfolio of products includes calcined alumina, alumina hydrate, ingots, sow ingots, tea ingots, billets, wire rods, cast strips, alloy ingots and flat-rolled products. NALCO has also forayed into commercial production of new downstream products. To ensure steady supply of adequate quality power to smelter, NALCO has set up a high-efficiency 1200 MW captive power plant close to its aluminium smelter at Angul. NALCO's green energy portfolio encompasses wind power plants in Andhra Pradesh, Rajasthan, Maharashtra and rooftop solar power systems at plant sites, NRTC and corporate office. NALCO has dedicated mechanized storage and ship handling facilities on the inner harbour of Visakhapatnam port for export of alumina and aluminium. NALCO truly believes in the Atmanirbhar Bharat dream and is a valuable contributor in earning crucial foreign exchange for the country. It consistently features among the highest net foreign exchange earning CPSEs of India. NALCO has set up a state-of-the-art research and technology center at Bhubaneswar, equipped with the latest R&D facilities. NALCO's quest for excellence and best practices is acknowledged with prestigious international certifications and accreditations in the areas of quality, environment, occupational health, safety, social accountability, energy, and information security. As a responsible corporate citizen, NALCO upholds its commitment to serve communities with dedicated care and preserve the environment with the best sustainable practices. The company extends its care in thrust areas like education, especially for the tribal students and underprivileged girl child, and skill development. Doorstep healthcare facility in peripheral villages, sanitation, environment sustainability, protection of national heritage, disaster relief, and beyond. Treading on its path of growth, NALCO is implementing ambitious plans for brownfield and greenfield projects like the 5th Stream Alumina Refinery at Damanjodi, Utkal D and E coal blocks, and Potangi mines. Also on the anvil are some path-breaking joint ventures like caustic soda plant with Gujarat Alkalis and Chemical Limited, Khanij Videsh Nigam Limited with Hindustan Copper Limited and Mineral Exploration Corporation of India, Utkarsh Aluminium Dhatu Nigam Limited with Midhani, and Angul Aluminium Park with IDCOL, Government of Odisha. We are the future. NALCO has always lived up to its promises, exceeded expectations, and upheld its principles. NALCO believes in making the difference to the world, to India, to industry, to society, and to the people. The future is shining in aluminium, and NALCO is at the forefront of the Atmanirbhar Bharat dream. We are the future.
Namaskar and a very good morning to all the distinguished dignitaries, guests, industry leaders and participants. A warm and hearty welcome to one of you to this momentous occasion, the Road Show, jointly organized by NALCO and IDCO, two pioneering organizations shaping Odisha's business landscape. Today, we gather here to celebrate a new chapter in Odisha's industrial journey, to showcase the immense potential and opportunities of the Angul Aluminium Park, a landmark initiative to promote downstream aluminium industries in India. This event offers a unique platform to forge partnerships and to unlock a future of growth and prosperity for the aluminium downstream sector as we come together with policymakers, industry associations, industry leaders and investors to take forward the vision of Angul Aluminium Park Private Limited. Today's gathering is not just an event, it is a shared vision for building partnerships and unlocking opportunities for a stronger, more self-reliant and industrial vibrant Odisha. So without any further delay, let's begin today's proceedings. To commence today's inaugural session, it is our privilege to invite our distinguished guests to kindly grace the dais. We respectfully invite Shri Hemant Kumar Sharma, IAS, Additional Chief Secretary, Government of Odisha, Shri Vrijendra Pratap Singh, Chairman cum Managing Director, NALCO, Shri Manikant Nayak, Managing Director, Tata Steel Special Economic Zone Limited, and Shri Jagdish Arora, Director, Projects and Technical, NALCO. Let us extend a warm round of applause as we welcome our dignitaries on the dais. Light is a symbol of knowledge, positivity, and prosperity. With the Navratri festival already started from yesterday, let us now invoke the blessings of Divine Goddess Ma Durga for the success of this initiative through the traditional lighting of ceremonial lamp ceremony. We request our dignitaries on the dais to kindly come forward for the lamp lighting ceremony. I would request our volunteers to please escort our guests.
शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणं आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणं आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्परब्रह्म दीपज्योतिर्जनार्दनः दीपज्योतिर्परब्रह्म दीपज्योतिर्जनार्दनः दीपो हरतु मे पापं सन्ध्यादीपनमोऽस्तुते ओ दीपब्रह्मरूपस्त्वं ज्योतिषां प्रभुरव्ययः ओ दीपब्रह्मरूपस्त्वं ज्योतिषां
Thank you, gentlemen. I would request to kindly take your seat. Let the light guide the way for new beginning, innovation, and industrial growth through Angul Aluminium Park. As the flame of knowledge and prosperity is lit, we move ahead with renewed energy into today's proceedings. To begin with, as a gesture of gratitude, we now proceed to welcome our esteemed guests on the dais. May I request CMD NALCO, Shri Vrijendra Pratap Singh sir, to felicitate our dignitaries with Uttariya and bouquet as a token of our respect and gratitude for them. I request, sir, sir, to felicitate Shri Hemant Kumar Sharma, IAS, Additional Chief Secretary, Government of Odisha. Now I request Sir to felicitate Shri Manikant Naik, Managing Director, Tata Steel Special Economic Zone Limited. Thank you, dear dignitaries, for accepting this humble token of appreciation. Thank you for joining us. It is indeed an honor to have you all here. Thank you so much, sir. I request EDSNP Shri Narela Sir, Subramaniam Narela Sir, to felicitate our Director Projects and Technical Shri Jagdish Arora Sir. Thank you, sir. To formally set the tone for today's session, now it is my honor to invite a visionary leader who has consistently led NALCO to new heights, a stalwart in the industrial sector and a strong proponent of innovation-driven growth. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Shri Vijendra Pratap Singh, Chairman cum Managing Director NALCO, to deliver the keynote address. Let's give him a big round of applause.
Chief guest of today's session, Shri Hemant Sharma Sahab, IAS, Additional Chief Secretary, Government of Odisha, Shri Manikant Naik, CMD, MD, Tata Steel SEZ, Director Project, NALCO, Shri Jagdish Arora ji, all the dignitaries present here, all the investors, members of CII, members of Odisha Chamber of Commerce, and everyone present here, a very good morning to you all. The basic purpose of doing today's road show is to make you all more and more aware about the facilities at this Angul Aluminium Park. This Angul Aluminium Park already, I think it is 15 years old. 2010, this JV was formed with NALCO and ITCO. Since then, the land acquisition and lot of development work has gone in. The park is fully ready for the use, almost 130 acres of land. The road has been developed, infrastructure for carrying the hot metal from NALCO to the units. The full-fledged concrete RCC road is there. The transportation is there. The water is there. Power is there. The many common facilities like administrative building, like training center, like labs, all these buildings are almost ready. So it is ready for investors to go in, set up their units, plug in. And the facilities which is given by NALCO, like MOU signed where 50,000 tons of hot metal yearly and 5,000 tons per industry will be given, hot metal. At NALCO, we are almost ready. We have to just open the gates. That after opening the gate, we'll be ready for supplying. Our weighbridge is ready, our weighment system and all the infrastructure, everything is ready. Whoever investors want the hot metal will be there. Last week I was there. Already Mrs. Dhatu, I don't know, the representative of Mrs. Dhatu is here. So they are ready for taking the hot metal. And sir, I told my team to sign the MOU also. We are signing the MOU today with them?
Actually, they are not ready.
So, okay. Whoever six investors are there, if they want, you sign the MOU and we'll start giving the hot metal to you. You have to create some facilities, you create those facilities. What I would like to mention at this point, this is more important because taking the hot metal from NALCO, this will reduce the cost of production. Because if you take ingots, you remelt it, then again the energy is required. So hot metal, directly hot metal taking and casting it to other things or making extrusions will reduce your cost. So that is very important. So you have to create the facility for taking the hot metal. That is one of the most important thing. Apart from that, downstream industries, many ancillaries can also come. The ancillaries which can supply raw material to NALCO and other industries. Like NALCO, we require a lot of raw materials like caustic soda, aluminum fluoride, and many other things for our day-to-day production. The units can come for that, and as per the capacity of the units, we can have an MOU with those units for offtake of those quantities of the raw materials, because these raw materials, a lot of refractories are required. Raw materials are regularly required for our day-to-day production. Apart from that, I was talking to Sharma Saab just now, the kind of facilities which are there in Angul Aluminium Park, the kind of land and the amount of land is there. Apart from aluminium downstream and aluminium ancillary, if any other industries are also willing to come, we should allow and we will allow if there is any requirement for changes in the rules or regulation, and I don't know what are the changes required, but that will be done. And Hemant Sharma Saab was also telling this, it will be done, and we should do it to invite more and more investors there. So what I would like to say that the area is fully ready for that. You have to come. 6 units have already taken the land. They have, 1 unit has started the production. I think Luminous will also start within few months. So all other units will be doing. So the opportunity is there. So you have to grab those opportunities. The persons who will be coming first, they will be getting the land at the good locations and all that. So you have to grab those opportunities. Whatever help to be provided from NALCO, we will be appointing a nodal person also. And today we have Director JNRDC Agnihotri Saab, who will be doing the presentation where he will be showing what kind of investments in aluminium downstream can be done there, taking our hot metal or taking our ingots. That will also be useful, and that will let you know what are the various other opportunities for that. So once again, thank you all for coming here. I think 60 investors have come here, and all your queries will be answered. There will be a presentation from NALCO side, what are the facilities NALCO is going to give, presentation from ITCO, presentation from JNRDC. After that, in the second arm, we'll be having the feedback from CIA and all other investors, whatever queries. So it is very important step to kickstart the activities at Angul Aluminium Park. My best wishes for today's roadshow. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your warm words of welcome and laying foundation of that promises to be a powerful exchange of ideas. With this, I request our Director Projects and Technical, Shri Jagdish Arora, sir, to felicitate our CMD, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Now with this, we move ahead with our next segment. Tata Steel Special Economic Zone Limited has been a front runner in promoting industrial excellence and sustainable growth in Odisha. Under the dynamic leadership of Shri Manikanta Naik, the organization has enabled industries to benefit from integrated infrastructure and progressive policies. His perspective will be invaluable as we work to build synergies with initiatives like Angul Aluminium Park, designed to boost downstream aluminium investments. We are honored to have him with us today. May I now request Shri Manikant Naik, Managing Director, Tata Steel SEZ, to kindly deliver his keynote address. Let us welcome him with a big round of applause.
Very good morning. Chief guest of the occasion, Mr. Hemant Sharma, sir, CMD NALCO, Mr. Singh, Director Technical, Mr. S.S. Manti, Mr. Prabhat Manti, from UCCI, so, Mr. Kalyan Manti, so many, known faces. I'm very happy to see the, August gathering, a lot of lively faces. So I'm very, first of all, I'm very thankful to NALCO for inviting me to share my experience. as I was sharing with Sir that, at Gopalpur, though we have a very big chunk of land of around 3,000 acres, we are in the verge of getting exhausted. This is a good news for us. So, all the happening, most of the happening, I can say the contribution goes to, especially the Hemant Sharma Sir, a big, round of applause to him. So, I'm really, on behalf of the, it's not that we are getting the benefit, the entire state, the locality, everybody is getting the benefit. You look very happy to know that at Gopalpur, as on date, we have already signed the agreement with 14 number of companies. They all are heavy, industries, and total committed investment is more than 50,000 crore rupees. So I was looking at the number, how much the committed investment is happening at Sri City. If I look at Sri City, is actually lower than our committed investment. So I can tell you that probably going by the number, Gopalpur is going to be the front runner in the best industrial park in the country. So that's the kind of things we are driving. Primarily we are into the chemical, as because this is a multi-product industrial park. We find most of the companies from the chemical and the solar cell and the module manufacturing, and third sector is the green hydrogen. They are the three sectors where we get a lot of interest, and I was sharing with Sir that a lot of now investors are queuing up. We are discussing with them. Most likely we'll be closing the deals within the next 1 year. The entire land is going to get exhausted, and we see there is ample opportunity for the local people, for the employment, economical, the dynamics of the region. So there are a lot of opportunities, and also we are trying to see in case we can further expand that area. So, for any industrial park, I believe the basic requirements, apart from the land, the power, the water, and other infrastructure in the form of WTP, ETP, I believe Gopalpur, we learned little late and we started acting on that. And besides that, when the industries, they start operating, I find their requirement also goes beyond that. For the employees, like I can tell you, one of the companies which are about to commission their plant is the Deepak Fertilizer. They are going to have the engineers, technical staff, close to 1,000 people. For their stay and comfort, they need the education, the good quality education system, the healthcare, the communication, those probably the social infrastructure, the sports. Probably we have to also now work in that directions. Kalyan Babu is also here. So we're also talking to him, how to get their support directions and to make it happen. So that's the second phase requirement for making an industrial park effective. I was looking at the statistics. If you look at all the, the leading states in the country, whether Maharashtra, Gujarat, they have the adequate number of industrial park. It actually gives a boost to the industrialization in the state. In Odisha, if I look at the numbers, there are also more than 100 such industrial park. If I look at the size-wise, probably there are few. I think, now industry department in the state of Odisha also trying to have few more such industrial park. And we're also very happy to be collaborate with the government to be part of this journey. And, we always claim that we are a, plug and play kind of arrangement. I like to give an example, like TRL Kurosaki, when they went to China to have their plant at, I'm forgetting the location. So their MD was sharing with me, when they went, they had the agreement. Within a month's time, they got the plot within an industrial park, and it's actually a plug and play. The water, the power, everything was made available at their doorstep, and including the statutory approvals. They started the construction within a month's time. So, I mean, that is the kind of facilitation that happens. Probably we are actually in that line of, our journey. Probably, that we have to also make it happen. So I thought of sharing that example. I also been to Sri City, where we also thought that probably they're the best in the entire country. When I looked at their total land parcel is more than 2 times than that of ours, around 7,000 acres of land, huge land parcel. It is located close to, say, Chennai airport, around, say, 50 to 60 kilometers. There are more than 200 companies. When I looked at the demography of the companies, there are more than 25 companies only from Japan. I was talking to Mr. Sanna Reddy, who is the promoter of that industrial park. He said that initial days, it was very difficult to get those Japanese companies. They had to struggle, they, kind of managed to convince them. But when there 2-3 companies, they started the onboarded, then others, it was very, very easy for them to get the remaining companies, because it's a word of mouth that plays the most important thing. I believe any company, they come to Gopalpur, they go to some of the existing companies and take their views. And one more, I believe, important parameter is, how the acceptability of the society, how the industrial harmony, how the discipline existing in that location, that also plays a very important role. I think under the direction guidance of our SCS Industries, Hemant Sharma sir, we had the state is doing great. I think that the momentum has gained further now ground, and I'm sure with his direction, support, and all, we can take this industrialization in the state in a much newer heights. Thank you so much, and thank you for inviting me.
Thank you so much, sir, for your powerful address. Indeed, it is the acceptability of society that plays the main role. We thank you for having your presence and your address. With this, we invite our next speaker. Government of Odisha has always been a strong enabler of industrial growth, creating a business-friendly ecosystem and supporting investors with vision and determination. Shri Hemant Sharma, IAS, has been a key architect of Odisha's industrial development strategy, playing a pivotal role in promoting initiatives like Angul Aluminium Park, which stands as a symbol of Odisha's commitment to value addition in aluminium. It is our privilege to invite Shri Hemant Sharma, IAS, Additional Chief Secretary to Government of Odisha, to deliver his keynote address. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in extending very warm welcome to him. Sir, please.
Shri Brajendra Pratap Singh, CMD NALCO, Mr. Jagdish Arora, Director Production, CEO of Tata Steel, SEZ and Industrial Park Gopalpur, Shri Manikant Nayak ji, officers from IPICOL, IDCO, members from Utkal Chamber of Commerce and Industries, prospective investors in the Angul Aluminium Park, and dear friends. First of all, I extend a very warm welcome to all of you to this roadshow on Angul Aluminium Park. And I also extend my greetings on the occasion of Navratri, which the entire country is celebrating with renewed vigor because of the excellent work done by our Honorable Prime Minister in reducing the GST rates across all product categories. And therefore, each one of us, all of us who are present here today, must extend our salutations to the Prime Minister by giving a big round of applause for having done something which impacts each and every family, each and every individual in India. And therefore, it is really a great occasion for each one of us to celebrate and feel proud about. It is actually indeed a strange coincidence, a pleasant coincidence, that we are having this road show on Angul Aluminium Park at a moment in time when the country is in a festive mood, and because of the fact that the reduction of rates in GST and other reforms which have been initiated on ease of doing business, ease of living, reducing the compliance burden, all the business reforms which are being undertaken in Odisha by our government led by our Honorable Chief Minister, Shri Mohan Charan Majhi, has indeed generated a very, very positive and attractive climate for industrial investments in Odisha. All of you must have seen there are independent reports which confirm that Odisha today has been able to attract the single largest volume of investments amongst all states in India in the current financial year. Across the country, about 3 lakh worth of investments have come, out of which more than 1,50,000 have come to Odisha. Why is that so? What is the reason behind this surge of investments in Odisha? The reason is that people have now discovered, the investors community, the industrial community has now discovered the competitive advantage of Orissa in several sectors. Earlier, our competitive advantage was limited to mining and metallurgy. Now, our competitive advantage spreads across many other sectors in chemicals, in petrochemicals, in textiles, in technical textiles, in food processing, in packaging, even in some of the new age sectors like green hydrogen, green ammonia, e-methanol, and of late recently you must have heard the good news when we were the second state in the country to have been able to attract semiconductor and electronics component industry in a big way. Now all this shows that Orissa is a very attractive place. Things have improved. Our ability to give land on time, our ability to provide approvals on time in a smooth and hassle-free manner has improved. There are challenges in the field. Those challenges the government is trying to address in an honest and transparent manner with the involvement of stakeholders. Wherever it is possible, things are being eased, business reforms are being undertaken, and more support is being provided to the local entrepreneurs. Now, what does this mean? This improving investment climate, what impact will it have in some of the areas where we have our natural strength? For instance, aluminium is a natural strength for Odisha. I think Odisha accounts for about 80% of the aluminium. 80% of the aluminium which is manufactured in or produced in Odisha in India today is actually coming from Odisha. But it is a strange paradox that while we have 80% of the aluminium making capacity in India, we account for very small portion, almost a negligible proportion of aluminium downstream products, whether it is simple products of castings and others, or even highly precise or precision engineering based products like auto components and aerospace and defense components. Our government, under the leadership of Shri Mohan Charan Maji, Honorable Chief Minister, is determined to change this situation. And therefore, there is a lot of emphasis you would have seen in our industrial policy, and all the investment promotion work which we do in industries department or in MSME department or in electronics and IT department, there is a huge focus on attracting investments in downstream of metal, whether it is aluminium or steel or stainless steel. Now today we are discussing aluminium, so we will focus on aluminium. Now aluminium, if you see, is what is called a new age metal because it is directly related to the energy transition. The decarbonization effort in many sectors where metals are used for whatever reason, aluminium can play and is going to play a big role. It will find more and more uses, it will find applications in more and more product lines. Therefore, the traditional use of aluminium, which was limited earlier in bulk to only conductors, cables, and those kinds of low value added products, is no longer the story. The story is now rapidly changing. And for instance, the use of aluminium in packaging is growing rapidly. The use of aluminium in alloys which are effectively being used for aerospace and defense is also rapidly changing. Therefore, the product line is expanding. Product line of aluminium downstream is expanding in areas where there are no traditional or entrenched players. If you want to set up, for instance, an auto component industry, there are entrenched players against whom you will need to compete. If you want to enter aluminium conductors or cables, again there are well-established, entrenched legacy players, and it is difficult to compete against them in an open market. However, in new product lines, there are less number of entrenched players, the competition is less, and therefore it is easy. It is relatively easy to enter, and you can actually build up a market for yourself. Another very big opportunity in aluminium downstream is to tie up yourself with larger players and then see whether you can do some downstream operations for them. Can you participate in the value chain of other sophisticated downstream players who generally work in franchisee mode? Just to give you a simple example, for if you were to look at packaging of cold drinks or beverages, you will find that most of the packagers of soft drinks are small and medium enterprises, those who actually provide the can stock and the related packaging material are small and medium enterprises. They are not very large enterprises. Therefore, the opportunities are immense. Now, what role can Angul Aluminium Park and NALCO play specifically? See, there are several sector-specific industrial parks in the state of Orissa. Many people do not really know about it, but only those investors or industries who have invested or are participating in the growth of those industrial parks are generally aware. I will give you some very good examples. One of the best examples, and that is why we have invited CEO of Tata Steel Industrial Park, Mr. Manikant Nayak here. This park is spread, the Tata SEZ and DTA, it is commonly called Gopalpur Industrial Park. Very few people know that today it is the most successful industrial park in the country. Forget about Odisha. Today, we have, this, all of you are aware, the legacy, it was meant to be a steel plant. For various reasons, that steel plant could not come up, and the government of Orissa wanted this land to be utilized for industrial purpose. Now, to utilize it for industrial purpose, one initial thought was that we will do only steel-related industries because the land has been acquired for a prospective steel project. But post-COVID, when we started a very aggressive promotion of Odisha for industrial development, we realized that there are many parts of India, many regions of India, where now industrial land is actually not available at a reasonable cost. And therefore, well-developed industrial parks can actually be promoted. So we started promoting Gopalpur Industrial Park as a multi-product industrial park. And believe me, till December 2022, out of the 3,500 acres of land, on that land we had only 3 industries, 40 acres with Tata Ferroalloys, 2 acres with Anodrome, and about 5 acres with Tata Consumer Products. These 3 industries were there till December 2022. Today, we, as Manikantji was mentioning, this 2 has become 14, and more importantly, while there was earlier just 1 or 2 sectors, today it has become the most attractive location for chemical industries and also for green hydrogen and green ammonia, so much so, and also for solar equipment. So much so that we have actually started now rationing of land in industrial. Earlier, if somebody was asking for 100 acres, we will give 100 acres. Now we are very conservative in Gopalpur because we can see the lineup of industries, and there is a waiting list. At Gopalpur now there is a waiting list for the domestic tariff area, and that is the kind of attraction it has. Paradip, we have a plastic park nearly saturated. In Bhubaneswar, close to Bhubaneswar, we have a seafood park. Almost 60% of lands have been sold. We have an electronic park close to Khurda. 100% lands have been sold. Why is it that the Angul Aluminium Park is still waiting for good investment? That is because, every park has what is called a starting takeoff point. It needs to gather speed, some critical mass, and then takes off, and then within 6 months or 1 year, you will find that no land is available. For Angul Aluminium Park, we are actually at that stage. That is why we have invited this roadshow. After 6 months, nobody should accuse us that all land in Aluminium Park has been sold to people outside of Orissa. So that is why we thought that with Mr. BP Singh's leadership, that let us have a roadshow at Bhubaneswar to give this opportunity to entrepreneurs from Orissa, that if you really want to participate in the aluminium or metallurgical sector related to aluminium, Angul Aluminium Park today is the best possible opportunity. It has connectivity, it has water, it has power, it is on the it shares a boundary with the NALCO smelter. Hot metal can be made available, and because NALCO itself is expanding, the refinery is nearing completion, and very soon in the next 3 to 4 or maximum 5 years, the smelter capacity also would have been substantially expanded. Not only that, close to Angul in Dhenkanal, a very large smelter by Vedanta is also coming up, and it is highly likely that close between Cuttack and Angul, we might have very large investment from one of the very large industrial houses in India, again on aluminium. I cannot announce it here today because it is in its final stages of approval, but very soon you will come to know. Now, if you look at all this, Angul Aluminium Park, which today is 300 acres and within 2 years we will make it 600 acres. The work is already going on. The National Highway 55, the old alignment, there is a bypass. Between the old alignment and the new alignment, there is about 600 acres of land, of which 300 acres we have already taken, which is the Aluminium Park, and the balance 300 acres is in the large stages of acquisition. So if you look at this particular location, this will become very, very attractive for various reasons. 2.5 hours from Bhubaneswar, close to NALCO, not far from Kamakhya Nagar, not far from a site where another aluminium complex is likely to come up. Water, power, everything is available. And it is also not a remote location. It is a location which is really very ideally suited for it. That is why in last 6 months alone, 3 major industries have taken big chunks of land. One of them is a Schneider Group company called Luminous, which is manufacturing batteries there. And with Luminous, 3 other vendors of Luminous have come all the way from Ghaziabad, close to Delhi. And they are setting up the ancillaries. One industry will set up the plastic packaging, which is required for battery. Another industry is doing the lugs, etc., some components. This is a company, actually it is an ODI entrepreneur who is based out of Ghaziabad, Das Engineering. They have taken 1 acre of land, and there is one more company again which has been brought by Luminous. So Luminous plus 3. Now looking into Luminous, one more company which is Moglix. It has come, it is one of the large B2B, business to business, hardware component supplier company in India, and is setting up a large conductor and cables complex. Third company, which we are very proud of, and recently on 15th of this month, Honorable Chief Minister laid the foundation stone of that factory at Angul Aluminium Park, is Sova Solar, which is a company based out of West Bengal, and it is into solar modules, where again aluminium extrusions and others are required. 4 more companies have lined up for taking similar. Another company is called Gravitas, which is a company based out of Rajasthan and is into lots of metal recycling. So my point of saying this is that if you really feel that there is some scope for you, you would want to enter at this time, this is the right time to enter in the Angul Aluminium Park. The industrial policy of Odisha as well as the MSME policy, both the policies are very supportive of investments in metal downstream. This is categorized as a priority sector, good incentive package, availability of metal, or whether hot metal or ingots next door, which itself saves a lot of cost, and a good emerging ecosystem. I'll just end my deliberation by giving you some examples how things change quickly. There is, it is like a takeoff. Once the takeoff takes time, you need to gather speed, you need to do a lot of planning, but once you take off, then you can rise very early. At Gopalpur, in December 2022, I will not divulge the cost of land here because that will unnecessarily divert your attention. But imagine that the cost of land at which we were selling at Gopalpur in December 2022 was X. Right? What would be it today? Any idea, Mishra ji? 10x. It is 10x today. And still at 10x we are rationing, as I mentioned to you. Understood? This is the kind of change. And what has happened in just 2.5 years? It is because when an ecosystem, when large number of players start coming, then it becomes, one thing leads to another. Therefore, Angul Aluminium Park is a good opportunity. I would suggest to Utkal Chamber of Commerce and Industry, please help spread this message amongst your members. Today is September, right? Today is 23rd of September 2025. I can mention to you that by March 2026, no land would be available in current Angul Aluminium Park. Out of 230 acres, it is only 130. CMD mentioned that 130. 100 is already gone. Only 130. So about 40% we have. So we are giving this opportunity. and then prices also will increase. Prices also will keep increasing. Therefore, if you really want to participate in this growth story, please enter at this right time. We have our officers from IDCO, Mr. Saroj Sethi. He is the CEO of Angul Aluminium Park. We also have Kalyan Mohanty, and we also have from our EPCOL team Arpan, and Rajni is also there. So these people will be available throughout the day in case you want to learn more. What is the cost of land, what is the mechanism of participating, and how do you really access this. These people will be available throughout the day, and in future also you could come to either IDCO or EPCOL to learn more about what are the possibilities and in what way you can participate in this growth story. I must appreciate the the initiative taken by CMD NALCO personally. It is for the first time. It is for the first time that CMD NALCO, he is a very busy man, director production, Mr. Arora, he is also a very busy person. They have taken time out of their extremely busy work. They deal with, lots of important activities. The refinery work is going on and things are at a peak, but they organize this. It is their initiative, not EPCOL or IDCO's initiative. It is actually NALCO's initiative. CMD NALCO happened to be at Angul, which is his refinery a couple of weeks ago. And when he came to know, he actually visited the Aluminium Park, and from there he rang me up and said that I want to do a road show on this Angul Aluminium Park. So we must appreciate, इसी को डबल इंजन बोलते हैं, आप याद रखिएगा, ठीक है? धन्यवाद, थैंक यू सो मच.
Thank you so much, sir, for your powerful address, setting up the very objective of this roadshow, as well as clearly highlighting the various business reforms by the government, which is shaping the industrial landscape of India and government. So with this, we now proceed to felicitate our distinguished dignitaries for their valuable presence at this special occasion. To begin with, I would request our respected CMD, Shri Brijendra Pratap Singh sir, to felicitate Shri Hemant Sharma, IAS and Additional Chief Secretary, Government of Odisha. I would request both of you to kindly come forward, please. I would request sir to present a memento to Shri Sharma as a token of our appreciation. Thank you, sir. I would also request sir to present a memento to Shri Manikant Naik, MD, Tata Steel SEZ Limited. Thank you. Now I would request our Director PNT, Shri Jagdish Arora sir, to present a memento to our CMD sir. And now I would request EDSNP, Shri Subramaniam Narela sir, to present a memento to our DPT sir. Thank you everyone. So this marks the end of this inaugural session. Before we proceed to remaining sessions, we will be taking a short tea break. We request you to return to the hall by 11:45 sharp, so that we will commence the remaining sessions on time. Thank you. Enjoy your break.
AI powered personal music feature from Saregama.